Hatapu, Harun Nefer. Glad you've joined us today. Looking forward to it. Let's get right at it. So wonderful to have everyone here this morning, this morning rising. I like rising just because we want to be like the sun. We want to appear in the east and we want to rise, to manifest. Got it? Yes. So Heru Nefer, grand rising, or great or wonderful or beautiful day. Want to get into the essence of the day. And for us, speaking of essence and essence of the day, that's why we're here together. Knock out some Taijiquan, some Qigong, some breathing exercises. And today we're going to also we're going to do a little Qi face massage. Just a quick reminder of what that looks like. And we're going to, of course, do our breathing as long as the arms, breathing exercise. And then our goal is to get to the wisdom from the sages of the ages. So that's our goal for the day today. I was going to bring in my young assistant to aid me in terms of showing some aspects of the seated push hands, but I think we will save that for our last session. This is a quick reminder that classes that'll be flowing in the next two sessions, of the 25th and the 22nd, are not going. So no classes on the 22nd and the 25th. We will inform you there will be a class on the 29th to end the month. And then we'll get into what July is going to look like on the newsletter. So folks, make sure and check out the newsletter, get it in, sign up for the newsletter. You can sign up via our social media accounts, get on board for the newsletter. You want to have it sign up before the 30th. And since many of you may be also catching this on YouTube, my young assistant wanted to remind me to say, be sure and, share, hit the like button and subscribe down below. So that way you have an opportunity to enjoy us more than just this one video. So grateful. And it's a lot of fun having your 10-year-old assistant offer you social media advice. I'm really grateful for that. So now let's get started with our Shiasha. Let's get ourselves set up in Wu Chi position so we can get moving. I'm gonna move the chair. And then we're gonna get it in. All right. Here we go, everybody. Let's get it in. Wu Chi. Pyramid hands. And we bow in. To all the African, Indian, Asian, Chinese, Native American, and Pacific Islander masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Pyramid hands. Shift the weight to the right, up on the left toes. Stepping left, a little wider than shoulders width, heel first. Balancing the weight between and into the Asar Stance. Pyramid hands. Holding the golden balls. 2 breaths. Into oneness. Into the turtle, chin down. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs with 2 breaths. Into oneness. Rabbit through the chute. Into oneness. Elbows. Stay with me. I'm going to pick up the pace. Into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Arms and hands not touching the body. Hands beneath the navel. Rotate the left hand on top, palms facing. You'll see a ball of golden white light like the sun in between the palms of the hands. Into oneness. Into the turtle, chin down. Out to the drawbridge. Point the hand between the legs for 2 breaths. Into oneness. Pyramid hands. Drop the right hand beneath the navel. Extend the left. I'm going to trace the Tai Chi diagram beginning now. Breathing in. Continue to breathing. And hold. Back to center. Bring the left hand back. And the right hand up to pyramid hands. Shift all the way to the right, slide the left foot into Wu Chi. And drop the hands and shake it out. All right, into the cow position. Two breaths. Palms forward, 2 breaths. And then into the dua position. 4 breaths, all the weight on the rear leg, the right leg. Stepping back, and hands down, into the gathering. Shake it out. All right, now we want to get to swinging arms. Make sure the feet are parallel, shoulders width, and we begin. Let them swing. All right, now we're going to open the chest and stretch the back 5 times. Sink it down and begin. And shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right, now let's get into the form. Now, we've already gone past this section because we're doing the whole short form, but it's Sunday, the 20th of June, 2021, is the solstice. And this is the time that we have together, normally at each, well, 4 times a year in in-person class, we focus on that particular section of the form. So we're going to do as we start out today. We're going to start out doing the short form beginning to end to get the body in it. Then we're going to do the solar cycle portion of the form that gets us to the great transition, which occurs at the summer solstice for us, because that is when in Africa, right around the time that the new year starts, from about June 8th, goes all the way through to September 10 for when New Year's celebrations occur for cultures in Africa. And so the solstice comes in there, and if you had an opportunity to check it out, one of the Sundays with Saban Pukamut, we talk about cycles and patterns And you're going to get an understanding that the solstice, we're actually in the early part of the solstice energy in terms of day length. And so it's appropriate that we do that portion of the form. So again, there's a form for the sun, there's a form, part of the form that's dedicated to the moon, part that's dedicated to the daily cycle. And then we move through the form, particularly our short form, into the long form. And that gets you into understanding why this is connected to the I Ching, why it's connected to the Book of Changes, why it's connected to the cosmos, and why it's looked at as a microcosm and the human body is, and how the healing elements play into the movements, into the breathing, how they're all interconnected. All right, so we're going to start from Wu Chi. And we're going to go full short form here. We're going to bow in. We've already bowed in, but just for make sure we're all on the same page. Sinking down, shift the weight to the right, step left. All right, shake it out. Okay, that's our short form. Now, when we do the solar cycle, which is where we are now for the grand circuit, okay, we're going to go all the way to the first single whip. Okay, so we'll do that now, and we'll do it once, and then we'll do it twice because I want you to understand how it comes about. Because the lunar cycle and the solar cycle are connected. Okay, so here we go, sinking down. We're going into the solar cycle. Okay, so now we're going to start from feet parallel, shoulders width, just so we can move through it. And so now again, the solar cycle again. So sunrise is over the mountain and sun sets is the daily cycle. So we're going to start here. Let's go. Sunrise, this is the everyday cycle, right? And then we turn. So the everyday cycle continues and then it shifts and we get into the week. And as the week goes on and continues, we get a different cycle. And then we get into the lunar cycle. And while we're in the lunar cycle, as the lunar cycle ends up, we want to get into the grand change of the planets through the solar cycle. And so we actually change direction. See here? All right. So that's a huge piece of it. And that's the nugget. Now leave it for the rest of you if you have an opportunity where you want to do further research into it. You got the solar cycle, you got the lunar cycle in there together. I talked about how the beginning of the form connects with it. Now it's time for you to get to your study on that, all right? You can hit me up on our social media, and it looks like we'll be coming back to physical classes again soon, so that's another opportunity to ask your question, get it answered directly. Wu Chi position. We're gonna go all the way through, beginning to end here, sinking down. And remember, even if you don't bow at the start, you always bow at the end. All right. Wu Chi, do this one last time. Sinking down. Pick it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Excellent. There we go. Have a seat. Get yourself a good spot. Simple lotus. half or full, whatever is most comfortable at this moment. Give you a moment to readjust. All right. First thing we're going to do today is just a real simple exercise. You're going to clasp the fingers behind the head. Like so, you're going to breathe in. You're going to turn to the right knee as you exhale and bend towards it. Inhale. You're going to turn towards the left knee, do the same thing. Inhale. You're going to go down in the middle. Inhale. And come down, hands to the sides. You're going to switch your legs. There we go. Clasp the hands again. You're going to turn to that same right knee, breathing in, exhale, head towards the knee. Inhale. Turn, head towards the other knee as you exhale. Inhale. And exhale to the middle. Inhale. And let the hands come down to the sides. And take this left hand, and you're going to put it on the outside of this right knee. You're going to take this right hand, place it on the ground behind you, palm down. And you're going to turn slowly, turn the head last. All right, good. So you're looking over your right shoulder, looking over the right shoulder. Breathing in and out, in and out. In, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in, chin down, and release slowly. Come on around. Take that right hand, put it on the other side of the left knee. This hand, palm down on the back side, looking over the left shoulder. Breathing in, out, in, out, in, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in, chin down, and release. Slowly come back to the front. That's one of the middling spinal twists. Now, we're going to breathe as long as the arms. You're going to take your right hand, block off the right nostril. Extend the left arm straight out. You want to see it in your peripheral vision. So for some of us, it might be here. Go where you could see your index finger in your peripheral vision. Here we go. Breathing in. Follow it all the way in with your eyes till you're cross-eyed. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. out. Pay attention, here we go. Breathing in. More air in. More air in. Fill it up. Fists, chin down, bend forward. Squeeze. Up. Out the right side. More air out. More air out. More air out. Blow it all out. In. More air in. More air in. More air. Fill it up. Fist. Chin down. Bend. Up. Out the left side. More air out. More air out. More air out. Blow it all out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Both hands, thumb and index fingers touching, palms up, resting on the thighs or knees, breathing in, out. Should notice all the nostrils are working together. In, out. In, out. Fire breath. Deep breath in, chin down. Release. Palms down, breathing in, out through the mouth. In, out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nostrils. Cleansing breath out through the mouth. All right, back to nasal breathing. Grab a seat. I'm gonna change seats so we can get a better view of my face. As we go, what we're gonna do is get into gonna quickly review the Chi face massage that we've gone on before, but it's important now that the weather is shifting and changing, that we're in the midst of this summer solstice community fast, that I show you this. We've done it before, so folks have a chance to get it, but as we're coming up on the solstice, I want to make sure that on the day of the solstice, you may want to do this. This is for those folks who are really deep into the fast and doing the meditations, doing the breathing exercises, doing the sama or yoga multiple times a day. They're really working this, doing the journaling, doing the food logs. This is a thing that'll also help with the face. Okay, clear the nasal passages and those sorts of things in addition, because what you may have noticed is that there's a lot less mucus in your body right now. Okay, so that's something that you want to really explore, think about. And with that, what I'm going to do is this. So what we want to do is you want to see your hands get hot, and you want to rub your hands in a circular manner, not back and forth, but a circle, okay? You want the palms to get as hot as you can get them. You want to see them get hot, like see the fire in between the hands. And then as they get as hot as they can get, you're going to place this part of the palm on the cheekbone so that the hollow part of the hand is over the eye. And the hands don't touch and the hands go here. This is the first one. You don't press on the nose. You want the nose to be open. The hands are relaxed. See? You can see all the sides of the face here. There we go. So you can see it all. And then as the hands cool, you do it again. You do it twice at each face. You do it again. You do it there. Then you do it again. And you want this palm here, where the bone is of the palm, you want it right against the lower bone of your orbital cavity so that the center of the palm is over the eyes. And then the hands go up over the forehead. So now you're like right on top of the mucous membranes or the nasal passages that go on up into the skull cavity. So we're in here. And then you do that twice. You do it again here. Okay. And once we get it here, you're going to do it this way again. Right over the temples here. Keeping the shoulders relaxed, not tense. Do it here. And you do it 2 times. Right? Get it here. Good. Then do it again, and you do it this way now. So it's like over, not over the ear, but just above the ear, so that this part of the hand is above the ear, so that you're here. The thumb is down the side of the face. There we go. Get you a side view. So it's here. All right. And we do that twice. And then lastly, do it here, we do it here. And you do it 2 times. Okay. Do it, and you do it here. And usually you do this first. I'm just showing you now because we're doing it through the Qigong, but the way the weather has been and the way things are going right now, you should have a nice glisten of sweat over the whole body. So it's going to be tough to get the hands warm. So we usually do it first. Okay. I'm not doing it in the order that we would do it at home. I just wanted to make sure to show everybody. So you have an opportunity again to see it. So that's one. And on Sunday, during Sunday session, I'm going to share one of the Taoist longevity exercises because it relates to the fast and it relates to the dentition, and the innervation of the gut and the way in which your mouth and your teeth are connected to the core of the body and the gut. So we're going to go over that, as well as, by the end of this, although I didn't cover it heavily, we'll also get into aspects of what is called aromatherapy in the West and how that is also used and incorporated during this summer solstice community fast. And we've covered it a little bit in some very gentle ways in terms of cultural appropriation and how not to use it. And so now we'll talk about how to utilize those things. So I want to thank everybody for coming. Now we're going to get into the wisdom from the sages of the ages. And today we're going to get a double dip, and we're doing a double dip because we got the solstice coming. We got all these retrogrades. And we want to be able to be rooted and centered, so that if we are rooted and centered, that means that we are able to maintain our balance and our connection to what roots and grounds us to the earth. But that also means that by being rooted and grounded, that we are able to stretch up into the cosmos. so that we're able to reach up to the stars and the sun to get what we need and reach down into the earth and get what we need, and sharing the balance and the bounty of those things with all that exists on this middle plane with us. All right, so here we go. Here we go. It is said, first in the mind, then in the body. The abdomen relaxes and the chi, the breath, sinks into the bones. The spirit is relaxed and the body calm. It is always in the mind. Being able to breathe properly leads to agility. The softest will then become the strongest. That's from the Essence of Taijiquan literary tradition. Then we're also going to add one more from the teachings of Ptah-Hotep, the oldest book in the world. All right. If you are a guard in the storehouse, stand or sit rather than leave your post and trespass into someone else's place. Follow this rule from the first. Never leave your post, even when fatigued. Keen is the face to one who enters announced, and spacious is the seat of one who has been asked to come in. The storehouse has fixed rules. All behavior is strictly by the rule. Only a necher, a god, only a god can penetrate the secure warehouse where the rules are followed, even by privileged persons. Wisdom from the sages of the ages. Teachings of Ptah-Hotep, revised 3200 BC, before the Common Era. Something for you to consider and think about. Grateful for your presence, your attention, your participation, the gift that you bring. Going to say Hetepu, peace to you, Uncle Jasaneb, life, health, prosperity, and strength. And let us bow out. Let me say, to all the African, Indian, Asian, Chinese, Native American, and Pacific Islander masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Ashe, giving honor and respect to the ancestors, giving praise to the eternal witnesses of the earth and the sky. I bid you Hotep, peace. Enjoy this summer solstice community fast. If you're on it, we're having a blast. It is really a challenging time to allow you to see your character, to see you more fully. Take this time to do that. The solstice is on Sunday. Got those S's slurred, excuse me. The solstice is on Sunday. So we want to enjoy that time. And it also happens that while we're at this great solar time, it's also Father's Day. So for any of you that have someone that plays that role, that function, that process in your life, take some time to honor them. For fathers in this culture are not given the place that they are, and it's hard to believe considering it's a patriarchal system, but given the settler colonial status, we can understand why it's not given the proper due. I thank you all for joining us on this day. Hachipu.